protective. Dark chocolate, that's the key.
There we go. All right, remember, you're deciding the amount of that cacao you want in your chocolate, 66%, 74%, or 91%. So you choose the percentage, and then you also choose the size. And you are getting the best value on this awesome chocolate. If you're trying it for the first time, I can't wait for you to try it. I know you're gonna love it. And if you are stocking up, this is the time to do it, because remember, at midnight, in the next couple of hours, this offer will be expiring. But we have more we want to share with you. We're gonna move into a little variety show right now. We have lots of things we want to squeeze in because it is the final hour of the year with Andrew Lessman, and it's our final look at all of these great holiday prices we're sharing with you. So we're going to start things off right now with cinnamon. One of my favorites. Have you tried Andrew Cinnamon yet? It's a fantastic, wonderful product. There are so many health benefits to this as well. And today we have a very special price on it, which I will walk you through. You can choose the size you want, and again, take advantage of the holiday savings. This is Andrew's final hour of the year on HSN. When Andrew's here is when you can always get all those extra savings. Everything goes on free shipping, all those wonderful things, the flex pays, all that starts to expire once the visit is over. So let me show you a 30, a 60, a 120, a 240 are the choices. Here's where the pricing will be going. Wow, big savings on this today. $20 off, down to $44.90, $10 off, $6 or $3 savings.
It's already very nice. Very, very affordable product,
right.
Our cinnamon extract. And interesting, since we were just talking about how we designed our Choco Nuvo to use it's dark chocolate, to use low levels of sugar in that chocolate. This is a product that's designed for those of us who are really trying to support ourselves in the face of a challenge that most Americans face, and it's really growing in epidemic proportions, partly because we're sort of growing in epidemic proportions. One of the most patriotic things we can do is to try to find a way to be closer to our ideal weight. The challenges associated with excess body fat are first and foremost metabolic challenges. And those metabolic challenges usually reveal themselves in things like blood pressure, reveal themselves in things like blood sugar imbalance. So cinnamon is just a natural tool to support healthy blood sugar metabolism, to support healthy insulin metabolism. Something that many of us are working very closely with our doctors or trying to do the best we can with our diet and weight loss and things like that. It's difficult. I mean, the human organism, we were designed to survive in a world of scarcity. And here we are living in an environment where we don't have to, every corner there's somewhere we could buy food, but now we don't have to leave our house. And we could just use our smartphone and order whatever we want. So unfortunately, it's too easy to eat too much of the wrong things. And the human being was designed to eat as much as we can, to overfill ourselves, to overeat, because we never knew when we'd get that next meal. Plus, our taste buds were designed to really enjoy foods that are sweet, because that's energy, fat, energy. So unfortunately, we were designed to have challenges with our ability to manage our body weight in an abundant environment, which that's the world now, an abundant environment. So this cinnamon extract, to the extent we can do those things to help balance our blood sugar, which are in terms of our diet, in terms of managing our weight. These are all wonderful things. Of course, always follow your doctor's guidance. And this is a wonderful tool to be kind of added to your toolbox in terms of helping your body manage its blood sugar and manage its insulin.
And if you have a minute to go read some of the reviews, I know we don't have a long time to talk about this, but there's close to 500 reviews on hsn.com, and about over 450, almost 460 of those are excellent reviews out of 500. So bottom line is, with an average of 4.7, it is a superb product. People love it. People notice the difference when they take this. And it's not the same as putting cinnamon on your toast.
No.
It's not the same as sprinkling cinnamon into your coffee. This is standardized cinnamon extract. And something else Andrew taught us, all cinnamons are not the same. So this is the finest cinnamon that's going to offer you the finest benefits. And so that's the other thing that makes it unique. and special, and that's why people see such great results. If you have blood sugar issues, if you're looking to keep your blood sugar within the normal range, this is a product that is a fantastic product for you to treat yourself to. But as I said, we have a few minutes to chat about it. Pick the size you want. The savings is, I can't believe there's $20 off that already great price. So that's superb value on this. One of the best buys I've seen on the cinnamon.
One capsule a day is fine. Some folks take 2 capsules a day. But I really encourage you to read the reviews on this product. And I had been asked for decades, because I've been doing this for so long, I've been asked for decades to make a nutritional supplement that could help support and help promote healthy blood sugar levels, help support and promote healthy blood sugar metabolism, insulin metabolism. And there really wasn't any scientific support, any strong scientific support for an ingredient back 30 plus years ago when I started. So what I'd always recommend was make sure you get the proper levels of B vitamins, make sure you have proper levels of chromium and things like that. Interestingly enough, I'd often mention alpha-lipoic acid, which we'll maybe talk about that on the move. Alpha-lipoic acid is a wonderful thing also to help support us in the face of blood sugar challenges. So alpha-lipoic acid is a great ingredient. Something called berberine as well. A great ingredient. I highly recommend you look at the research on berberine, B-E-R-B-E-R-I-N-E, another botanical plant-based ingredient. And on the internet, there's so much power. You could do the research. You go to Wikipedia, which is more objective information rather than reading some promotional advertising on an ingredient. But cinnamon has, in my mind, cinnamon with berberine, the most reliable, credible, solid research in terms of helping us in something that really is becoming problematic. And with cinnamon extract, it's an ingredient that's been used traditionally as a spice for thousands of years. And it's something, I think cinnamon was one of the original spices that promoted the original spice trade when we were trying to find our way to the New World. So cinnamon is something that's been prized and treasured for literally for thousands of years. So cinnamon extract is something that has a history of traditional use, and now it has science to back it as well.
You know what I think is great too is that when you start reading the benefits, along with the fact that it helps with blood sugar, I find it very soothing to my tummy. You know, I just find it a very soothing, lovely product to take. And also, when you take it, or if you open a capsule, it smells heavenly. So it's delicious if you want to sprinkle it into your smoothie in the morning. You can add it to your smoothie because you get that wonderful cinnamon flavor. So the key to this, of course, is that when we talk about cinnamon in general, most of us are not getting this in our diet. We're not getting this kind of cinnamon, not this concentration of the kind of cinnamon we need to really see those great results. So if there's anyone in your family that deals with blood sugar issues, this is something that would be a wonderful gift to give them to try. And the fact that we have the best value that we've probably had, I don't know if it's that we've ever had, but I will tell you, I know to take $20 off that big bottle, that is not something that happens every time. So it's a weekend special. That price is good just for this show. We are in the final hour with Andrew for the year. So this is the perfect time to get it for you, treat yourself, or somebody else in your family that you know could benefit greatly from it.
And two things to be aware of. Most importantly, that unlike typical products, cinnamon is a spice. And when you concentrate a spice, it could be sometimes challenging to the digestive system. Ours is not. It won't repeat on you. It's mild, it's gentle. It's in a small, soft, easy to swallow capsule. It's an ultra-fine powder. Here's the capsule right there. I'll open the capsule. And that kind of has a reddish color. That's the cinnamon extract. Little white flecks you see in there, we add a tiny bit of vitamin C. Oh. And you could sort of see it if you have a high definition television. I can see it here.
I can.
You can see the white flecks. But I was just going to read some reviews. Also, important to note, again, cinnamon is not a drug to treat type 2 diabetes or anything like that. What it is, it's a natural ingredient that supports the system, that metabolism, whether it's glucose metabolism, whether it's insulin metabolism. It's something that, as I was saying about the liver earlier, we do a lot of things that challenge that system, that metabolic system. So it's something, it makes sense to give our bodies something that could support that system in a positive way. And I'm just going to read some reviews here. The reason this was right on the top is A1C. A lot of people talk about their fasting blood sugar, And I'm someone who I always emphasize the importance of knowing one's A1C. Of course, your doctor might recommend more elaborate tests in terms of how your body is actually processing glucose. But in terms of a standard blood test when you're going to the doctor periodically and have a blood draw done, the A1C is a wonderful thing to do because that fasting blood sugar, all that glucose level is going to give you is an insight into what your blood sugar level was at the moment that blood was drawn. What's great about the A1C is it's giving you an insight into what your blood sugar has been for the past several weeks. So that's a very insightful number in terms of what's really going on metabolically in your body. So it's just important to know that. So when you go to the doctor, I'm sure now, 20 years ago, doctors weren't doing it. Now, like so many things, whether it's vitamin D testing or even CoQ10 testing now it's becoming standard things that I had talked about for decades. So as we say here, healthy numbers. Fact, my doctor did an A1C test on me at 2 different doctor's appointments 3 months apart. Fact, I started taking cinnamon twice every day. I've been back to the doctor every 3 months since for a little over a year, and my A1C has improved. These capsules work. I'm so thankful.
Wonderful.
Best product for promoting healthy glucose levels. For me, this has been the best product. It actually helped my A1C come into the normal range. After working along with my doctor for close to 9 months or so, I've stayed in a perfectly healthy range. This allows me to feel so much better without all the nasty side effects I had in the past. Great supplement. My wife and I love Andrew Lessman's cinnamon supplement. It does not upset our stomach and has, along with a healthy diet, helped our sugar metabolism. My numbers were especially good the last time I had lab work done. Many of the competitor brands are cheap imitations of the real thing. The price is also very good. And so when it comes to managing our blood sugar, I said this earlier, I can make the best supplements in the world, but there's no replacing a healthy diet. They take a distant back seat to the benefits of a healthy diet. We cannot expect to be healthy if we don't eat healthy. We can't. It's just impossible and unrealistic. So if we want to be healthy, it's more than just taking supplements. We really have to engage some effort when it comes to our diet. Certainly, supplements support, but they're not designed to be an excuse. Just because this product can do some things to promote healthy blood sugar metabolism or promote healthy insulin metabolism, there's absolutely no substitute for making the lifestyle changes. And that's really what delivers the long-term benefits. And that's the only way we can achieve optimum health is really by managing our diet and managing our lifestyle.
So you can't take this and eat a pan of brownies?
No, we don't take this and eat a pan of brownies or a bunch of candy or milk chocolate. I mean, it's just, you know, we're not perfect, but to the extent we can improve a little bit goes a long way. Our body does really what little good opportunities we give it, our body. You give it an inch, our body will take a mile. So we just need to give it a chance. And it's always the little changes deliver great results, and they inspire bigger changes, which deliver even greater results.
All righty. Well, there's a couple other products we would like to talk about, as long as I know you touched on berberine.
I just mentioned them quickly. Yes.
Yeah. So the berberine is also available. We have that at a very special price for you today. Have I ever talked about berberine with you?
We've actually.
I don't really recall.
I don't know if we've ever really featured it, but berberine is just an interesting ingredient. Again, if you're looking for something that will naturally help to support something many of us are seeking, which is helping to support healthy blood sugar metabolism, insulin metabolism. Berberine is an interesting product. It also helps to promote and support healthy lipid levels. So I encourage you to do some research online about berberine, and then also alpha-lipoic acid.
Yes.
Alpha-lipoic acid has always been an ingredient that I recommended as part of it's the universal antioxidant, it's what it's called, but it's also one of those ingredients that I view as essential, as I view CoQ10, for helping to support our body's healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy insulin metabolism.
There we go. So the alpha-lipoic, if you'd like to pick it up, we do have weekend special pricing for you. We
Great
have all
savings.
the sizes available.
And it's a higher potency. Our original alpha-lipoic acid was 200 milligrams. This is 400 milligrams.
Excellent. Wow. All right, 087086. We're a little pressed for time because we have a lot we want to get in this final show. We have only 45 minutes left in Andrew's visit, so we want to show you a few more goodies, and we're going to give you a final peek to find out what's left with our today's specials. In case you have not had a chance yet to see any presentations, if you were busy today on a Sunday, we will be giving you a final look at what's left of the today's special coming up. But right now, we're going to move along and talk about vitamin D3. And this is another product that people adore. One of the things that Andrew does with the vitamin D3, he offers two different choices in terms of the amount of vitamin D3 at the same price. So it's just, he does that as a service because you may want 2,000, you may want 1,000. You can choose accordingly. We have all the sizes, but as you choose the size, you're choosing, do I want 1,000 or do I want 2,000? So let me show you what the choices are, and then we will learn more from Andrew Lessman. But again, the 2,000 or 1,000, this chart, this little graphic right here is showing you 2,000 or 1,000 IU. You decide that, and then you decide, do I want 60, 180, 360, or 720? And you can see, here's where the pricing is going to be going after this show. And here is where our pricing is right now, and here is your savings. This is the most important and the most affordable vitamin to consume. Period. If you've read at all about the importance of taking vitamin D, once you start reading and you're armed with the information, you do not want to be without it. So that's what's important about this, is that this is, again, world-class, the world's finest vitamin D, an absolute must-take product. Andrew talks about the fact that most people are deficient in vitamin D. You said it's not even an epidemic, well, it's a pandemic.
Pandemic, well, that's not me saying that. That's what the science says. That's what the clinical and medical journals are saying. So it's a pandemic, meaning it affects the worldwide population. Deficiency and insufficiency of vitamin D. We've gotten countless emails and letters talking about going to their doctor, because I've recommended getting a vitamin D test for decades. Now it's becoming pretty standard. I couldn't imagine someone going for their typical checkup to their doctor's office and not knowing their vitamin D blood levels. I would view that as just important as knowing your CoQ10, not CoQ10, well, that's being tested too now, but as knowing your cholesterol levels. So if you think knowing your total cholesterol is important, I think knowing your vitamin D level is even more important. And it's very simple. What's great about vitamin D, I think it is the single most important vitamin. When I talk vitamin, I'm talking technically vitamins. Vitamin A, C, E, B1, B2, B5, B6, B12, all of that. So when we talk about vitamins, nothing is more important than vitamin D. What's great about it? Nothing is less expensive than vitamin D. So vitamin D, if we look at that large size, 720 capsules, whether you choose 1,000 or 2,000, we make them the same price. Less than a dime a capsule. What I say, the typical person, you should take a minimum of 1,000 IU daily. That's what I say, bare minimum. I've always had 1,000 IU for 37 years in my multivitamins. Other multivitamins are typically 200 or 400. We've had 1,000 IU in our multivitamins minimum for 37 years. Now all my multivitamins contain 2,000. But starting point as a separate, 1,000 IU. I typically on a daily basis take about 4,000 IU. Most people, to achieve their appropriate levels, will have to take between 3,000 and 5,000 IU, right in that neighborhood. So if you're taking one of my multivitamins, you add 1,000 and you're at 3,000. If you add 2,000, you're at 4,000. Very simple math. If you are overweight, something you need to be aware of, vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. As such, it is kind of trapped and sequestered in our body fat. So if you want to achieve, say, whatever my blood level of vitamin D is right now, and I just had a test the other day, and it was just under 70. I believe it should be over 50, ideally between 60 and 80. So my blood level was just under 70. It was 68. So that's a good blood level. But if, say, I weighed 30 or 40 pounds more, say I had 30 or 40 pounds more of body fat on my body, to achieve that same level, I would probably have to take 6,000 or 7,000 IU, because my body fat would be sequestering, would be grabbing and holding onto that vitamin D and not allowing it to circulate and deliver the intended benefit. And the list of benefits from vitamin D, as I often say, one of the most important things we could do for our good health is to make sure that we move through our lifetime with healthy levels of vitamin D.
By the way, I'm noticing that my little chart here is wrong.
Sorry.
This says $79 on the chart, but you get it for $69.90.
No. What I did is
wow.
So anyone who bought vitamin D over the last couple of days during the visit, or the last day during this visit, it's a one-day visit, you will now get this price. I decided
awesome.
before the show, because it's, we're near the holidays and everything like that, that we should do it at our other than a Today Special, our best pricing ever. So that's what we're doing. So the large size, it's less than a dime. So at 2,000 IU, that's 720 capsule supply. If you want to just take 2,000 a day, that's a year's supply, 2-year supply. If you share it with someone else, it's a year's supply. So again, it's so affordable. It's barely over $30. Whatever, if you're taking 1 capsule daily, whatever potency you choose. So as I said, there's no more important vitamin on its own than vitamin D. There's no more affordable. How often does that happen?
I know it.
That the best is the least.
I mean, really, to get 720 capsules, oh my gosh, for $69.90. And for the single most important vitamin you can supplement, that is irresistible.
And if you want, they all come with basically a 60-day money-back guarantee, because it goes till the end of January. But even that 60 capsule supply, that 60 capsule supply is $10.90. We have free shipping and handling. In the past, our shipping charge would have been about $4.90. So even on that 60 capsule supply, if you just want to try it, it's per capsule. It's not as affordable as the 720, but that's still a pretty remarkable opportunity.
There we go. I know we have to wrap it up. We could talk about this for a half hour because there's so much to talk about.
So much
the reviews
science,
are
so many
amazing.
reviews.
There are well over 1,000 perfect 5-star reviews on this, but in the interest of time, there's only 40 minutes left in this show. We still have a lot to show you.
We wanted to give, there's 2 more products before we just show our last look at the PC liver and brain, and we wanted to give a last opportunity to buy them at their holiday weekend special price, which is CoQ10 and the omega-3. So we'll talk about each of them for about 5 minutes right now.
Okay, should we scoot over?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do CoQ10 first. Yes. Another favorite, one of Andrew's absolute best-selling products of all time. Andrew was talking about CoQ10 before anybody really even understood what it was. And here we are today talking about
32 years
ago. I'll never forget when you first started talking about it, nobody knew what on earth it was all about. And now, of course, it's something that most people who know a little bit about vitamins know it's important to supplement, but this is the one you want to be supplementing.
Yes, and I remember back talking to the folks about CoQ10, the original company making it, Konica. And because my company was so tiny at that time, I wanted to buy less CoQ10 than they would sell to anyone, and they weren't. They were in Japan, and they weren't exporting any real product to the U.S. So it was a very difficult undertaking to convince them to allow me, for not only to import the product, but to allow me to incorporate it into our products. So that was back in 1984. And now, obviously, 32 years later, we recognize that coenzyme Q10 is without question the single most central molecule in energy metabolism. Also, if you're taking a cholesterol-lowering statin drug, you have to recognize that that lowers your levels of CoQ10, because the same way your body makes CoQ10 is really the same way your body makes cholesterol. It's the same assembly line, the same metabolic pathway called the mevalonate pathway, and it's the HMG-CoA reductase enzyme. So if you take a statin drug, you're inhibiting that metabolic pathway. Yes, you're inhibiting cholesterol synthesis, a good thing, lowers cholesterol, but you're also inhibiting the synthesis of CoQ10, a very bad thing, because that's necessary for all energy production, muscle function, cardiac function, brain function. So if you're taking cholesterol-lowering statin drug, you don't have to get my CoQ10, but you should be supplementing CoQ10. That's simple, straightforward science. And we have great pricing today.
I'm going to show you real quick what this looks like. By the way, there are only a couple hundred bottles of each. We do not have thousands of this at all.
Little.
30, 60, 120, 240 are the sizes. Here is where our pricing will be going after this visit. Here is our special weekend prices for the holiday show. So you're saving 50, 25, 12, and 6. So this is your chance, last chance, to stock up now until next year when we bring it back.
It's fun to show. I think behind there might be a chart that shows a little history, maybe.
Let's do it.
On compared to our,
Okay,
that's
so-
compared to the 100, if you
Yeah,
go
should
back
we
a little
take it
further.
back all the way to, that's '07 to '11. Let's take
Here.
it back to the year.
2000
This is
to
how our
2006.
pricing would have looked if we were back 2000 to 2006.
I just like to show,
Whoa.
to the extent we go to continue to prove to make our products more affordable. So if you were buying the same amount of CoQ10 today back anywhere between 10 and 16 years ago, and it was even more expensive before that, it would have cost, what you're getting for $129 today would have cost $621.
Jeez.
So even our regular HSN price today of $179 on the large size. So you see all of those sizes are basically about 75% or 80% less than they were.
Yeah, you couldn't even buy 60 capsules back then for the $129.
Right. That's funny.
Amazing.
So
you've come a long way, baby.
well, we continue to improve. In my CoQ10, what makes it unique is, first of all, it comes with a full B complex. It comes with the most sophisticated B12 in the world that we make, a methylcobalamin B12 that's protected so you could actually take it orally and it will benefit you, not a cyanocobalamin. Also, it comes with a full vitamin C, like a separate vitamin C. So it's like a mini multivitamin. And if you want CoQ10 to do the work that it does in your body, as great as it is, and it is the single, I think, the single most important ingredient for energy production, it doesn't work on its own. So we make sure, as important as it is, that it has all its tools to deliver that important function. So
There it is. I know. If you're ordering it, you're in. We literally have a couple hundred in each of those sizes, so feel free to treat yourself. We have just 60 seconds left to chat about it. These also, again, you can do the Try Me size. If you've not tried Andrew Lessman's CoQ10 yet, this is the day to treat yourself. As we approach a new year, I always say that, why not start off now? You know, one of the things, you probably hear people say this all the time, but when you start taking Andrew's products, start putting these wonderful vitamins and nutrients into your body, you start taking better care of yourself because you're doing these good things for yourself and you don't want to muck it up, right?
I was at the hotel. We were just leaving the hotel to come to the show, and I was pushing the baggage cart out. I was being my own very good bellman, and I did.
Did you tip yourself?
I tipped myself. Yes, I did. Perfect. And and Muriel was telling me, of course, how to do everything. But on the way out, someone in the elevator is saying, I know you, and they recognized me, and of course they said that this is the product that they take, the CoQ10.
Excellent.
And they happen to also take omega-3s that we take and that we'll talk about in a moment.
Nice.
But what I wanted to say, and talking about this product, I think this is the single most product, probably with my hair, skin, and nails, that people recognize as making a profound and meaningful difference in their life. I mean, this product has over 2,000 5-star reviews. It's as you can see, it's a small capsule, and that beautiful yellow color is the natural color of the CoQ10. So there's no artificial colors. I said this the other day. I'm often asked that question, that why do I color my CoQ10? Well, that's the natural color. I think we're so accustomed that if anything has a bright color, vibrant color, we assume that it's artificially colored. In fact, you see a lot of CoQ10 products that they literally color differently, that they weren't, I guess, happy with the natural, beautiful yellow color.
And frankly, the vitamin industry, I mean, so many vitamins are colorful. They're purple and red and pink, and they make them all these pretty colors. So you're right, you become accustomed to just accepting the fact there's probably some kind of artificial coloring in there.
Yes, they assume if it's a very pretty color. No, it's 100% pure. It's just giving you the CoQ10, the full B complex with our unique B12, and also a separate vitamin C, the equivalent of a separate vitamin C. Non-acidic vitamin C, so it won't upset your stomach as well, hypoallergenic. So that's how all my products are designed, to deliver all the benefits you want and no issues or problems at all.
That's it.
Simple.
And there is no wait. We have people standing by to help you. You can jump in. You can log on to hsn.com, shop by remote, use your phone, your tablet, however you would like to place your orders. It's crunch time a little bit because this is the end of the visit. So this is a very special last few minutes of the show. By the way, another item we want to be sure to talk about before Andrew heads off to Paris, before he leaves to head to Paris to celebrate Muriel's birthday with her family. How wonderful is that? A well-deserved vacation. I don't know anybody who works harder than you, so it's really great that you're going to get to refuel a little bit.
I do work too hard. That's my resolution next year, to not work as hard.
Good for you.
Because I love what I do, so it's easy for me to work. I was talking to Muriel on the way over here thinking, gosh, I probably work about 80 to 100 hours a week. That would be
Jeez.
about 14 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's intense.
But I love what I do.
Right.
It's for me, it's just to be able to share the information, even if I wasn't offering my products. Sure, I love making these wonderful products, but just being able to talk about the importance of these ingredients, as I often say, you don't have to get my products. I feel like I make the best products in the world, and we make every single one of them. But the most important thing is that you get the information I'm talking about, and use the internet as a tool, not to listen to what everybody else is telling us, but a tool to do your own affirmative research. Because the more we learn, and this has been proven in study after study after study, more informed people are healthier people. More informed people eat better, live better, live longer. So take the power to educate yourself, and by educating and informing yourself, that's what I try to do. It empowers you to live a healthier, happier, and better quality life.
Here we go. And one product that can help you achieve that is by taking your omega-3s. Omega-3 is another one of those products. We could talk about this for an hour. The omega-3 is so essentially important for the health of your heart, for your brain, for your eyes. I mean, the list goes on. I want to show you what the choices are here real quickly because, oh, let me put the right chart up here for you real quick.
And
so
this
there it
is
is.
the last opportunity at this savings, which this is our best pricing ever other than a today's special.
Yep.
So just so everyone knows.
Look at that. I mean, so 30, 60, 180, 360, $60 off. The large one, $30 savings here, 12 or 7. And the best part about this, the health benefits, many of us know, you hear about it, you read about it, you can't pick up a health journal, read a magazine, see it, watch any show that's health oriented and not hear about the importance of omega-3s. The problem with omega-3s, first of all, they're not all created equal. This is the one you want to be taking. Second of all, a lot of them, omega-3 is essentially fish oil, and it doesn't taste great, and you end up getting a fishy aftertaste. They're
Upset
extremely
stomach, nausea.
unpleasant. So what's wonderful about this is a pleasure to take. There is zero, zippo, no aftertaste whatsoever when you take Andrew's product. So it's lovely. It's a joy to take, and the health benefits are so important.
But plus, what's unique about our product is there are so many, Colleen just said they're not all created equal. The products out in the market would like you to think that they're all created equal because they're all selling the same commodity. It's just a commodity fish oil. It's basically 60% EPA, 40% DHA. The purity levels are uncertain. Most of them are ethyl esters, which is not the natural form, the most absorbable form of omega-3 fatty acids. Ours are in their natural triglyceride form. We give you 60%, almost 60% DHA and 40% EPA. We do that because basically the exclusive fatty acid in your brain, and that's about 2/3 we talked about earlier, the phosphatidylcholine, we'll talk about that in a moment. The phospholipids that make up our brain, omega-3s are the lipids. So omega-3s are the lipids, and it's principally DHA. That's what we focus on. The retina of your eye, the macular region of your eye. Once again, DHA. That's why we focus on that. It's the most important. The body can use DHA to make EPA easily. The body can't use EPA very easily to make DHA. Another reason why DHA is preferable, because it's interconvertible, whereas EPA is not. So everything we do about this product, from its purity, I talked yesterday about, someone said Prop 65, because we're in Nevada. Prop 65, that's a California law about purity of products, doesn't apply. Of course it does. It's not whether your factory's in California, it's whether your products are offered in California. So we comply with Prop 65 with all our products. In fact, my product that you're looking at here complies, it exceeds the most rigorous standards anywhere in the world in terms of purity, whether it's heavy metals or contaminants.
There we go. So you just decide the size you'd like. I'm going to show you one more time. We are very busy. We are thrilled you're calling. So we'll show you one more time real quick. It's a 30, a 60, a 180, a 360. There's where the pricing will be landing. Right now, you get extra savings of $7, $12, $30, or $60 off. But again, this evening is flying by, as it always does. We do have more information we want to share with you. If you've been out and about today, if you've not yet seen Andrew's Today Special, or frankly, if you were on hold last hour, we had a little bit of a gridlock because we have a lot of new customers ordering this. So I wanted to share that right now we have people standing by to help you. There's absolutely no wait. So if you couldn't get in last hour, this is your last final look at our incredible Today's Special. It's been 8 years since Andrew has offered the phosphatidylcholine, that liver and brain benefits, as a Today's Special, and we have never offered the liver antioxidants as a Today's Special. With over 46,000 already spoken for, I would love to encourage you to get yours today. It's the greatest value we've ever offered on these products. And one thing that I do want to point out, if you call in to order the large sizes in both, we have the phosphatidylcholine, we have the liver antioxidants. If you order the large size in both, when you go to checkout, there will be another $20 taken off your price. $20 extra savings will come off when you go into checkout. When you go to checkout, or if you call in as she walks you through the order, she or he, one of our representatives, you will notice that at the end there, you're going to save another $20 if you order one of each of the largest size. If you order one of each of the middle size, we're going to be taking another $10 savings. So it's already a great Today's Special price. You're getting another $5 off a bottle here. If you order both, you're getting another $10 off each here if you order both. So it's just the greatest value
on the screen.
Exactly.
If you look on the screen on the graphics on the left of your TV screen, underneath that white line, it says 240 plus 120, 59.80,
right.
And the 480 plus 240 is 89.80. Because if you had normally bought the 240 and 120 separately, it would have been 69.80.
Right.
So you're saving 10, and the 480 plus the 240, so it's a 480 of PC liver and brain,
yes,
plus a 240 of liver antioxidants. That's the very bottom graphic there.
Yep.
So it's an opportunity to just save even more if you're buying the two products.
Exactly, because obviously normally the two would be $199.90 or $199.80, and then if we didn't take the $20 off, it wouldn't be $89 yet, it would be $109. But again, if you order, so you don't ask for the bundle when you call in, you ask for one of each of the large, one of each of the medium, if you want to get that extra savings.
Right.
That's how you do it, or if you're ordering on hsn.com. There's not a bundle offer per se. If you decide to bundle them together and get one of each of the large or one of each of the medium, that's where you're going to get that extra savings when you go to checkout. So go for it. If you haven't ordered it yet, this is your chance to do it. There's so much great information about the ingredients in these products. There are so many benefits to taking care of our liver. I mean, that's the bottom line. And if you drink alcohol, if you take medication, if you smoke, if you eat red meat, there's so many things we do to tax our liver on a daily basis. And the fact that this is giving our liver nutrients that it needs to support itself, to keep our liver healthier. And I think we all understand that, the importance of doing that. So I want to show you one more time what this looks like here. So you decide, do you want a 120, a 240, or 480 of the phosphatidylcholine, the PC liver brain benefits, or do you want a 60, a 120, a 240 of the liver antioxidants? There's two different products, both offer wonderful benefits for your liver. And then, as I said, if you decide to get two of the large, you get another $20 off. If you decide to get one of each of the medium, we're going to take another $10 off. It's that simple. Greatest thing about this, though, is that when you start hearing the information and learning the benefits, I didn't know until last night working with Andrew that our liver was the largest organ in our body.
Internal organ, yes.
That's it. I mean, I didn't realize that. So that right away is just how hard our poor liver works, and the fact that, like you said, our liver can't talk to us.
Liver.
I mean, really, you think about our liver, it's in there. If like you say, your head tells you if you have a headache. Your heart beats faster if you're having palpitations. Your lungs, you can tell our livers is working away and we ignore it. We don't even think about it.
Well, there's nothing to ignore because we're really not getting feedback.
Right.
And when you look at the liver, and I think the most compelling numbers of all, not so much that the liver is the largest internal organ and weighs a couple of pounds, but in the liver is about 355,000 square feet of membrane surface area, because you need to have all of that membrane surface area, because here comes another incredible number, that every minute, half a gallon. So when I think of a gallon, I think of like a gallon of milk or something. But every minute, a half a gallon of blood is passing through our liver to be cleansed and detoxified.
Wow.
Every minute. So that's 30 gallons an hour. I did the math yesterday, 30 gallons an hour. That's basically 720 gallons per day. So
Isn't that crazy? And we
when
don't
you-
even feel that going on.
Oh, it's just,
You know what I mean?
I mean, the
That's
human
crazy.
body is a remarkable machine, but like any machine, it needs to be maintained. And there are certain parts of that machine that are areas where we just know a greater amount of work goes on. And when it comes to the liver, it's a great amount of very difficult work, because we think of all of the different, I mean, there are thousands of different drugs and medicines we take. And even those drugs and medicines, we need to take them. We have to follow what our doctors say. But there's no escaping the fact that our body must process those medicines. And the only way our body processes them is the liver does this chemical work. So if we think of a molecule of a drug, or a molecule of an herbicide or a pesticide or a fungicide, or a molecule of something we find in our food like protein or fat or cholesterol, the liver has the machinery to basically dismantle those molecules. It's kind of like if you hired a crew of people to take apart, to dismantle a car, or dismantle a house or something like that, or dismantle some sort of a machine. That's what our liver can do. And every single molecule has different components. So the liver has to have this machinery to identify what these molecules are, take them apart in a way that doesn't damage us, and then deliver those to other systems of our body to get rid of them. So it's an unbelievable task when you think about likely the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of different chemicals that we are in our world now. We're kind of drowning in chemicals. That's just the way it is. We're inhaling them all the time. We're exposed to them all the time. And whether we realize it or not, whatever we inhale enters our bloodstream, and eventually our liver is going to have to contend with it. So it has a hard job. Even if we lived in the most pristine place in the world, and we never drank an ounce of alcohol and never smoked a cigarette or anything, even if we were in that wonderful environment, still our liver would be the hardest working organ in our body. Just the work it has to do for our different systems, whether it's our immune system or helping us in terms of cholesterol metabolism, fat metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism, sugar, most importantly, protein metabolism, that alone would make it the hardest working organ in our body.
There it is. And we have the final few minutes to talk about it before we say goodbye to Andrew until January of next year. This obviously is not going to be offered like this. This is the lowest price. It's the best value ever on these two products. It's been since 2008 that the PC Liver and Brain Benefits has been offered as a today's special. A lot of us, I've been taking this for, gosh, 15 plus years, and I'm so glad that I have been, because the benefits are so great. It's one more thing that you do for yourself that makes you just feel good. You're doing a little thing that takes a second a day to do something to be healthier and to take better care of yourself. That's the greatest thing about vitamins, is that we approach a new year and you think about, okay, I'm gonna exercise more, I'm gonna eat better, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna do all of these things. We all have the greatest intentions to do that, but it's hard. Those things take a lot of effort, they take a lot of time, a lot of commitment and all of that. This is easy. This is the easiest healthy thing to do. And that's the beauty of it, is that and once you start getting on a vitamin regimen, it makes it easier to do other healthy things. It encourages you to want to be healthier because you're putting these wonderful nutrients in your body. Here's the bottom line though. Again, you're deciding the size you want, that's first. So you decide the size you want, and if you decide you want the two big ones, I want to remind everybody, you are going to get another $20 off that price. That is unprecedented.
Well,
I mean, really amazing.
Individually, they're at their best price ever.
Right.
So if you choose to get two of the middle size, one of liver antioxidant extracts and one of the PC Liver and Brain in the middle size, each of those are individually their best price ever. That becomes $10 less. If on the largest size, individually they're at their best price ever. If you then choose to get the two of them, you end up taking another $20 beyond what is already their best price ever. So this is a great opportunity to save, and this is the time of year. We chose this, or I chose this specifically because around the holidays, these products become more popular anyhow. Our liver antioxidant extracts comes to life from November to January, really comes to life. Same with PC Liver and Brain. And by the way, in talking about the PC Liver and Brain, typically when I talk about that product, what people get most excited about are the brain benefits. Frankly, personally, I think the liver benefits are more important and more exciting. But mind you, this is because as a phospholipid, the brain and liver share a common structural attribute. They're really membrane-based structures. They're really lipid-based, fat-based structures. Phospholipids. So the brain is lipid-based principally with DHA, but those lipids are present in the form of phospholipids, and that phospholipid is phosphatidylcholine. So you have choline attached to a lipid, and the lipid is DHA. So when you look at this as being exciting for your liver, and it is because it's the most important structural molecule in your liver, it's also the most important phospholipid for your brain. And I was just going to read some charts. I didn't even read these. Some basic charts on choline and phosphatidylcholine. But choline is now recognized as essential for health and has been assigned an adequate intake value. It didn't have that before. It's just because it's not sufficiently taken in, unfortunately, the government, the FDA, has now recognized it as absolutely essential. Phosphatidylcholine is the primary dietary source of choline. The body can make only a small amount of choline, and it must be obtained from the diet or supplements, and we don't really get it from our diet. PC, phosphatidylcholine, makes up almost 2/3 of the liver's hardworking cell membranes.
Wow.
2/3. So 355,000 square feet of cell membranes, 2/3 of that PC.
How about that?
PC is essential to the liver's role in processing and excreting waste products, including alcohol and medications. PC is essential for the liver's ability to metabolize fats and cholesterol. PC is an essential part of liver structure and as a result critical for liver function. PC is the most important nutrient for the liver's structure and function. Absolutely. The liver is responsible for neutralizing, removing toxins, alcohol, medications, also doing protein, fat, carbohydrate metabolism. The liver's remarkable workload requires its unique capacity to regenerate its tissue. No other organ can regenerate itself, which requires an ability to constantly create new cell membranes, which is what phosphatidylcholine is critical for. Making up 65% of their structure, PC is required for the regeneration, repair, and continuous functioning of all liver cell membranes. PC is essential for the metabolism of fat, cholesterol, and proteins. PC is a lipotropic given its ability to emulsify fat and its role in fat metabolism. PC aids in the absorption and utilization of fat-soluble nutrients.
Wow.
PC is the primary phospholipid in the body, the primary phospholipid in the brain also. PC is a universal building block for cell membranes. I haven't read this at all today.
Yeah.
Supports and promotes cell membrane structure and function and fluidity. PC is essential for the structure and function of all cell membranes. As we continue, PC is vital and primary component of brain cell membrane structure. PC is essential to create the protective sheath that envelops the brain. PC is required for the production of two vital nervous system components, acetylcholine and sphingomyelin, which is a coating sheath. PC has been observed to help with the mild memory problems associated with the normal aging process. PC has been observed to help with normal concentration of memory. PC is required for nervous system function and the transmission of nerve impulses.
Isn't it remarkable that one ingredient does so many benefits for both of those vital organs?
The body is an incredibly efficiently and brilliantly designed machine. So when it comes to certain raw materials and you're looking at membrane-based structures, which the brain is a lipid-based, membrane-based, I often joke that when someone calls you a fathead, they're actually making a technically sound statement because the brain is 65%, about 2/3 fat by weight. The dry weight of the brain is about 2/3 fat. So the brain is principally fat. The liver is principally a lipid-based structure as well. And what they share in common is the importance of choline and principally phosphatidylcholine. So as much as we could talk about the structural role that this plays to the liver, and therefore the critical roles it plays in regeneration of the liver, because it's a structural building block, the same thing follows with the brain, that function always follows structure. And if the PC is critical for brain structure, it's also going to be critical for brain function.
All right, I don't know if we can add any more to this, but I have to say...
We are at the limit.
Because with everybody ordering, there's about 1,000 left. I mean, this is unbelievable because this has been, like you said, you weren't sure because you've not done this like this as a Today Special.
Well, we reduced the time we talked about this, so it will run out before midnight.
Yeah, well,
because people will be getting it at hsn.com.
Yep.
But we'll have enough of all the sizes to last for the next 10 or 15 minutes.
I hope so.
Easily.
I do.
We will.
Okay.
No worries.
All right. So jump in, order yours. It's waiting here for you. We'd love to get it sent home to you. If you can do 2 of the large bottles, you can do 2 of the large. Remember, we'll take $20 off. So that's 1 of each of the large or 1 of each of the medium. We will take $10 off. So that's the good news. The best part about this, it is the finest value on 2 great products. And of course, you can order singles of anything. So if you don't want a big bundle, you can do a try me at, 1 of whatever you want. And that's how this is set up today. It's not set up actually in bundles. It's set up as complete singles. So you order exactly what you want. But if you do want both, and a lot of us do take both, and if you do want both, then there's that extra, really nice extra $20 savings on the biggest one.
And the reason the ratio is 2 to 1 is because, and it worked out perfectly to have the 2 to 1, and we were able to keep them at the same price at 2 to 1, is because typically you'll take, say, 2 PC and 1 liver antioxidants. Many people will take just 1 PC, so you could do that as well. It still is beneficial. What I was going to do is, I haven't read the basic charts. I just read the basic charts on PC, phosphatidylcholine, and choline itself. I was going to read the basic charts on our liver antioxidant extracts product, which is comprised of our milk thistle extract, our artichoke, and our turmeric extract, a unique blend of highly concentrated standardized extracts of milk thistle, artichoke, and turmeric, designed to help to protect the hard-working tissues of the liver and to promote optimum liver health and function. Formulated to support and promote the liver's multiple detoxification metabolic processes. Remember, it has to alcohol, medicines, all the foreign chemicals in our body. Our liver is called in to work and excrete those, detoxify us. Milk thistle has been used traditionally for centuries to promote liver health. Our milk thistle is standardized for 80% silymarin, and then we do what others don't do. We complex it with lipids to enhance its activity. We complex it with phosphatidylcholine, PC. Milk thistle has been shown to enhance the activity and production of the liver's protective enzyme systems. Silymarin helps to stabilize and support liver cell membranes. Silymarin promotes the growth of new liver cells and regeneration of damaged liver tissue. Actually, in Europe, there are products recommended by doctors that contain silymarin for liver health. Silymarin can help protect the liver from alcohol-induced damage. It's not to be consumed as an excuse or a reason to drink or abuse alcohol. If anything, we should all try to be more reasonable with our alcohol consumption, especially this time of year. Silymarin is comprised of multiple naturally occurring protective flavonoids. Silymarin-based extracts of milk thistle are the basis for numerous standardized liver treatment modalities in Europe. Our silymarin is uniquely complexed with activating phospholipids in the form of phosphatidylcholine, PC, to enhance its absorption, bioavailability, and liver protective actions. I should have read this earlier today. Turmeric's powerful protective compounds protect liver cells and tissues from damage. Turmeric and curcumin promote the liver's detoxification processes. Turmeric enhances the activity of glutathione, the liver's most important internal protective antioxidant. Turmeric and curcumin support and promote liver detoxification while protecting liver cells from damage.
So turmeric is curcumin.
Turmeric contains, yes, turmeric contains curcuminoids, which the next chart actually talks to. So our turmeric is a highly concentrated extract that's standardized for 95% curcuminoids. Normally, turmeric contains far lower levels of curcuminoids.
I see.
And then we uniquely complex it with activating phospholipids. The phospholipids we choose, phosphatidylcholine. Our turmeric phospholipid complex protects its active compounds from damage in the digestive tract, thereby ensuring optimum absorption and maximum benefits. This unique phospholipid complex overcomes the inherent digestive challenges associated with turmeric and curcumin. Unfortunately, just taking a curcumin extract or a turmeric extract, it won't deliver benefits, the benefits you deserve, unless you're complexing it with fat.
No kidding.
That's the best way to deliver it. I've looked at all the different methods. Just straight turmeric on its own, unless you're cooking it in a stew, you naturally complex it with fat. It's not going to be as active as it is here.
That's interesting.
Turmeric's beneficial compounds are not well absorbed from typical supplements. Turmeric's beneficial compounds are damaged by the pH extremes in the digestive system, kind of elaborating on the fact that our phosphatidylcholine that's in this product actually helps carry it through and deliver it. Turmeric is the spice responsible for Indians' food classic flavor and aroma. I just was going to skip ahead. I think we have some charts here that talks about, hopefully we do, on artichoke. There we go. There's also some research quotes on artichoke. Our artichoke extract is standardized for the active ingredient cynarin, a powerful protective compounded antioxidant. There's an abundance of research on artichoke extract and also on promoting liver health. Helps to support and protect liver cells and tissues from oxidative damage. Again, promotes the production of the liver's most potent internal protective compound, glutathione.
I didn't realize artichokes are that healthy. I love artichokes.
Artichokes are very healthy, but artichoke extract, again, is a whole different story when we concentrate it for that specific compound.
I can't imagine how many actual artichokes you'd have to eat to get the benefits that you get in one little capsule.
But that's, again, when we eat a diet that's rich in fruits and vegetables, when we eat a diet that's rich in those healthy foods, what makes them so healthy is the abundance of protective compounds they contain. When we make products like this, what we're doing is we're looking at those healthy foods and concentrating their protective compounds and putting them in a small natural capsule. Why are you laughing there at me?
Because Stephen is scolding me for asking you an open-ended question when we are short on time. He wants me to wrap.
Okay.
So I'm like, so how do you like to eat your artichokes?
I actually like mine steamed.
Me too. With
Yes.
little hollandaise.
Little hollandaise. Muriel makes a wonderful hollandaise.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are we wrapping
We
this up,
digress.
Stephen?
Wait, are we going to have time to talk about Choco Nuvo before we go?
I think
yes,
we are.
have like a few minutes
Want to
just to
scoot
mention
over
it.
real
Yep.
quick and show it?
Yes.
Okay, let's do
Yep.
it.
We'll go there.
Because we do.
Perfect. The Choco Nuvo is another wonderful, perfect holiday gift. And with the PC liver and brain and liver antioxidants, it's a great gift to give someone who you know might take a number of medicines, who might drink a little bit too much alcohol. It's a subtle way to do something or give something healthy to them. Again, they're not drugs or medicines, but what they provide, PC is the building block that our liver uses to maintain itself. Liver antioxidants, the ingredients that support the regenerative properties of the liver.
All right,
and
hold
now Choco
on.
Nuvo.
We
Yes.
are down to fewer than 1,000 of those left. As Andrew said, we will
Yep.
have enough to get us to the end of this show. I hope that you're ordering yours. Thank you so much for your calls. We have the final few minutes we do want to talk about. This is dessert. At the end of the evening, we're going to talk about Choco Nuvo. This is a very unique chocolate. This is something that Andrew and his team developed. You can't buy this anywhere else in the world. Nobody else has a chocolate like this that is going to help to lower your total and LDL cholesterol and yet tastes phenomenal. It tastes absolutely delicious. So if you haven't ordered it yet, this is your chance to do it. You have a couple choices: the size of the bottle, how many pieces you want, and how much cacao you want in each piece. 66%, 74%, or 91%. So you decide that. Your percentages, you decide the size, and we will get this on the way home to you. I'm going to show you real quickly because this is the best value we have ever had on Choco Nuvo, and it is so yummy. You will be glad. If you order the big one, you'll be glad you did. Right now, you're getting the big one for $109.90. The price will be going up to $199.90. That is a $90 savings. All right, so you decide the size. So we can do 30 pieces, 60 pieces, 120 pieces, or 240 pieces. That is 100% up to you. Here's where the pricing will be going. Here's what we're doing today. And the key to this, of course, is that the minute you taste your first piece, you don't feel like you're eating a diet food. You would not know that this is low in calorie, low in sugar. It's healthy. It actually will help to lower your cholesterol. I mean, all of these things on something that just tastes like the most decadent chocolate. It melts in your mouth. It's fun to eat. It's very satisfying to eat. And even if you don't like dark chocolate, order the 66. If you're a milk chocolate person, do the 66. You will love it because it tastes like milk chocolate.
66 or 74.
Yeah.
If you like super, super dark chocolate, the 91 will be the most unique experience you've ever had because obviously it's 91% cocoa bean extract. So that's going to be a unique experience because typically 91 is very dry, very brittle because it's just an extract of beans. Our 91, because of the ingredient that lowers cholesterol, the plant sterol esters, which those are the plant sterol esters. They look just like fat. If we had milk fat here, which is what makes milk chocolate so creamy, if we had milk fat here, it wouldn't look much different than
Right.
that. So here we are with plant sterol esters.
So that just popped into your head one day.
What it was that most companies, when they use plant sterols, it's a powder. And plant sterols it's the reason why it's become the standard is because they're so much more affordable. But I was thinking, in the old days when I first did this, what happens when you do this for so long? The original ingredient for lowering cholesterol that the FDA approved was plant sterol esters, those that look like fat. And that was probably 20 years ago or so. And because I've been doing this for so long, that's what we used. And then the plant sterols, which are more affordable, the powder came out. And everybody switched to the powder. So I just remembered these plant sterol esters. And I was thinking,
the capsules, you could see
20 years
that
ago.
little, you could see the fat in the capsule. That's so interesting.
I was holding onto this piece of chocolate. I just had to take a bite. You started talking, so I had to take a bite. It is the best chocolate in the world. You'll get it home, 60-day money-back guarantee. You'll either love it or you could send it back. But so the plant sterol esters cost more, but they behave exactly like fat. But unlike fat, they lower your cholesterol. Unlike fat, they don't contain calories because your body doesn't absorb them. They work by blocking cholesterol absorption and blocking bile reabsorption, but they make the best dark chocolate in the world to have the texture of creamy milk chocolate. So I selected the finest organic fair trade chocolate that you could find, and I tested hundreds, if not thousands, of varieties, and this is what we ended up with: 66, 74, 91, and the creamiest texture of just milk chocolate.
Alrighty, we are down to the final 60 seconds. You can continue to place orders. All the items that were weekend special priced, holiday priced, all the today's specials that are still available, you can place your orders all the way up until midnight Eastern time. Order your chocolate for sure, because it's just such a wonderful treat to have on hand to share with loved ones. And are you going to be taking some to Paris with you?
Absolutely. Muriel's family loves the chocolate because in France, of course, in Europe, they love dark chocolate. So our dark chocolate, you don't expect dark chocolate of this quality to have this creamy texture, and it does. So you'll be surprised, and what will surprise you, even if you don't need to lower your cholesterol, it's still the best chocolate. It doesn't matter. It's not a medicine or a drug. You'll still love it.
Exactly. All right. Well, safe travels.
Thank you.
Enjoy your holidays.
Thanks.
And
Thanks,
thank you
everyone.
for watching, everybody. Enjoy all your great products. I'll see you on Tuesday with Designer Gallery Doubleheader starting at 1 in the afternoon. But stay tuned because Miss Callie is standing by with more fun shopping. Take care. Thanks for watching.